Jeez. If they only knew the real Sophie, they'd be scared.
Welcome back. What's it like to be back here at day one?
Oh, it's always great. Every year is a different journey. And I think that's the best thing about being in a team sport, that it's always different, new faces. The goal is always the same, though. And it starts with, day one, trying to build that chemistry and finding what you are as a team.
Is it nice to have a normal off-season in a sense?
Yeah, it's been really nice. I've been in town for the most part, working out, USA basketball. So I've had a great off-season, getting to know Nate a little bit more. And, we're just excited that everyone's back.
The past few years, like different backcourt mates, now you got new ones this year.
Yeah.
How is that adjustment process, and what do you think, particularly of
Yeah.
Cloud and Copper?
I'm really excited. I've known Tosh for a long time, competing against her, and she's always been one of my favorites to play against. There's certain people that compete a certain way, no matter what the score is, no matter how their season's going, and she's one of those players. And to bring that energy to our team and that type of competitiveness, I think it's going to move the needle for us. And then Kai is just so dynamic. I mean, there's not many players like her in the world at her size, what she can do offensively, defensively. I've gotten to know her pretty well through USA camps, and there is a certain seriousness about her that's scary for everyone else, and I like it.
How do you bring kind of all this together to make sure this team is close? Because you guys got a lot of talent.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to us. We know how the WNBA season goes. It comes really quickly. You have to find a way to forge these relationships and this chemistry very quickly. And it starts with, today's brunch. It starts with going to San Diego today and starting our training camp, and we start forging those, really strong relationships that help you on the court.
Does it make a difference?
You probably heard about Candace retiring today.
I just heard, yeah.
Can you give us some thoughts?
I mean, what an incredible career. I had an opportunity to play with Candace on the national team in Russia, obviously, and the WNBA. The way she changed basketball at her size, being able to do what she did, really opened up, I think, the door to seeing a new way of playing basketball, especially on the women's side. And what an incredible career. Honestly, she's done some things that you just, not many people even dream of doing. And, what she did at Tennessee is just incredible. And, what she's doing on the other side, too, now, being on TNT and opening all those opportunities for women. I mean, she's really a trailblazer in a lot of ways.
What does it mean to have your own space at San Diego State, and also with the new building, Player 15 group?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Sometimes it's hard when you have training camp in the city. You have practice and then everyone goes and they're busy. But, we're going to be in San Diego for 5 days and really get to know each other. We have a brand new group, and I think it'll be a great opportunity to get to know each other and start, building chemistry as a team.
How do you feel heading into it?
I feel great. I love preparing for the season. I love competing. I love the group that we've put together. I feel really good.
How does it feel to be a trailblazer? Age is nothing but a number.
Yeah.
But obviously, it is in this aspect for you at age 42.
Yeah, I treat every training camp like it's my last and like my first. I really do. I go in there with the same expectation of trying to prove myself to my teammates, to my coaches, to myself. And this training camp will be no different.
You mentioned Nate. There were some people that were critical, right
Yeah.
away, how can you hire a man for that job? Just, what's your experience been working with him and sort of his commitment to women's basketball?
I mean, I hate men. I don't know how they hired him. I mean, that's just all hot smoke, clickbait. I mean, the man is a coach. That's what he does for his whole life. He coached at the highest level in the NBA, and to have an opportunity to be around him for the last 4 or 5 months, it's just, it's been refreshing. He loves the game. He loves to coach, and I'm just really excited for us and our fans.
How about all the attention the league is kind of getting? I mean, we talk every
Yeah.
year, kind of asking that.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
finally really starts to seem like it's really getting.
Yeah, it's about time.
When it comes to having, UConn,
Yeah.
so many teammates that have been through this team, like with last year Mariah, now you got Kristen.
Yeah.
What does that mean to have someone away from home now and here in your home?
It always feels good when there's a Husky in the building. Obviously, we had Mo last year. Just a great person, great teammate. And, Chris this year, who hasn't played in 2 years, has been rehabbing, been in this building for the last 5 months, day and night, 5 days a week, trying to get right. So when she hits the court for the first time in 2 years, I'm going to be really proud of her. And, knowing that she went to UConn and we went through the same experiences, there is that bond that we'll always have.
You said that Caitlin is going to go through a learning curve. Some people were critical of you for saying that, but I don't know that
Yeah.
necessarily meant that you're now welcoming to her, right? I mean, how do you balance? I mean, it seems like you were just saying the reality is she's going to have a learning curve.
It's the new fans. They're really sensitive these days. You can't say anything. It's kind of like when you go from kindergarten or first grade, there's a learning adjustment. When you go from high school to college, there's a learning adjustment. I don't think I said anything that wasn't factually correct. And like anything, greatness is going to translate. And she's proven that in every level. And I don't see it being any different in the WNBA.
We'll do one more.
How do you feel now? You were at the USA camp.
Yep.
How do you feel looking ahead toward Paris? And
Yeah.
what would being on a 16
I mean, just being back in the USA fold, I missed the Worlds in Australia with an injury, which was tough. Because I always say, when the phone call, pops up on your phone, I always answer USA Basketball. It's just a privilege and honor to put that jersey on, to be a part of that program. So to be able to do all the camps this offseason, for me, it's kept me, nice and motivated. And 6 would be a dream come true.